Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Brandon. Welcome to my channel, Media Picker. I'm a part-time eBay Mercari reseller specializing in media-related products such as CDs, DVDs, and cassette tapes. I buy them cheap, flip them online for a profit. If it's something you're interested in learning about doing, please consider subscribing to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. Another CD buy video. This is a lot I bought off eBay. A lot of 50 CDs. 20 of them are sealed, and that's the key here. I paid essentially $1 a piece, $50.42. So on 42 of them, I paid $1, and on the other 8, I paid $1. I'm going to show you some screenshots of some potential of some past solds, ones that haven't sold recently. I'll show you what the current market is listed for. I'll show you the buy, show you the haul. I've got a box here. I'm not going to open it. I'll just show you the pictures off that, and I'll get the stuff inventory down the line soon and hopefully list it in my store. There is some good stuff in here. I'm glad I bought this. Definitely going to try and look for some more like this down the road. Obviously, I don't need the stock, though. I have thousands of stuff off camera here. It's insane. Eventually, when I get a little more room, I'll show you around. Hopefully, you can kind of see everything and how big of a mess it really is. Without further ado, let me share my screen. We'll go get started. Again, 50 CDs, mostly rock. 20 are sealed. So here's the first batch of the ones that are sealed. So Les Claypool, Frog Brigade. I think this is the live part 1. Tricky Pre-Millennium Tension. Not sure what that is. That one has me intrigued. Iris Dement. My life. I did not look her up. Pantera one I looked up. Circus Diablo I looked up. You'll see those in this video. Smoking Joe Kubek I looked up. It's blues. Peter Hurd did not look up. I did look up this one here. Jim Lauderdale. Did not look up Tricky. It's probably got a little value. Ring sound you'll see in this video. I didn't look them all up. Just to get an idea. Was this good buy? Was it bad? I will say this is a very good buy. These two are sealed also. More Jim Lauderdale, and this is Linda Perry. Les Claypool's Frog Brigade. This is a used copy. This is set 2. Tuatara. Pink Floyd Relics. I did not look that up. Everything but the girl. Lemonheads. It's a Shame About Ray. Overall, this is a good solid lot. There's some stuff in here that's not worth a whole lot. But there's some stuff in here that's worth a decent amount that you'll see here in just a moment. Figure I just kind of skim through and show you a little bit more real quick here. Still got probably a few things that are going to catch me off guard and surprise me. I'm sure of that because a lot of this that I did not recognize, which is part of the reason why I bought it. Just to get more unique stuff in my store, try and draw more eyeballs to it. So there's that part. Okay, so now let's kind of go into some of the ones that I've pulled, and you can kind of get a rough idea what they're worth. So the Les Claypool Frog Brigade kind of killed two birds with one stone, part 1 and part 2. Well, first of all, when we go to part 1, if I'm not mistaken, I don't think there were any new that sold. Part 1 is new. Now you can see this is part 1, set 1, whatever. So set 2 show on auction. First of all, I won't do an auction on this. It's kind of stupid, in my opinion. You lose money on that. Again, $12.95 is part 1 used. Again, part 1 used. Part 1 used. My part 1 sealed. Part 1 used. Now we're going to start like a part 2 because part 2 is used. Is the one I have in this lot here I bought. 25. 30. Remember, I paid $50 for everything. This is part 1. Like new for 38, 39 free delivery, so basically 35 essentially. Here's part 2 used again, 40. Basically like 43 roughly because you have the free delivery. These are $30 to $50 CDs a pop each. Right there's my money, more than my money. That's crazy. So obviously look out Les Claypool. Les Claypool, if you're not familiar, is Primus. And I believe he also is the one that did the song, the intro song that South Park has been using for decades at this point. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's him. So right there is more than my money. Boom. That's $80 conservatively for those two CDs. After fees, there's my money. So I've already made my money back just on those 2 CDs. Again, I bought 50 CDs. Still 19 of those that are used. Only one of those was new. Or 19 of those are new. Only one of those was new. That was the one I just showed you. So moving on, we look at Pantera, Cowboys from Hell. That is also sealed in the slot. $4, 12. It's probably an $8 CD. It's been consistently selling for $8, $9, 10. I'll probably throw mine up for 10, 11. I run sales. They'll probably sell for 8 or 9 would be my guess. So again, paid $1 a piece basically, essentially for these. There are no sealed copies of Smokin' Joe Kubek sold or listed, so I can essentially name my own price. Probably wouldn't go too outrageous. Probably throw it up for $20 brand new. See if someone bites on it. It's blues. It's gonna take a while to sell anyway. Blues isn't not. It's a popular genre, but not mainstream. I guess you can kind of say it's not a mainstream genre, so to speak. So that's probably where I'll go with that. Probably go about 20. So as you can see, I'm well into the profit at this point when this stuff sells. Tricky Pre-Millennium Tension. I hate these sellers that list them with the back cover artwork. It's kind of dumb. It's $10, $11 CD is about where that sits for brand new copy. So I'll no sold, so I'll list it at that with the rest of the market at this point. No sold in the Tripping Daisy one either. You gotta watch that. This MOD, manufacturer on demand, which means it's basically just a generic new CD. Mine is an original, still sealed. So mine's definitely going to be higher than these ones that are MOD. This is probably what mine looks like. So maybe $12, $15. Probably where I'll go. I'll probably put $11.99, $12.99. Take offers there. Ringing sound. There wasn't much on this. The one I actually have, I don't remember seeing it now. Maybe it wasn't listed. I can't remember. We'll skip this one. I'm not sure what I'm going to throw that one up for, so probably should have had this pulled a little better. Thought I did this one, but I guess not. So we're going to skip that one. It's new, though, so it's got some value. This one also is new and has some value. Again, no sold in the last 90. I did not check Terapeak. Could look at the last 3 years of sales history. But 17 free delivery, 12. I'll probably throw it up $11, $12. This person right here drop ships. They'll get it from another source on our site, usually Amazon. Mark up the price, sell on eBay. All they have are stock photos. They use nothing but stock photos. If you look at their feedback, it's not very good either. Just pointing that out. Where are we at here? This one was interesting. Trouble Funk. Never heard of it. Never seen it before. No solds in the last 90, but there's one that's listed on eBay. Yeah, I'll find it now. There it is. Trouble Funk Live, early singles, new, $90 new. Again, I'll do a little more research. I'll look at the sold history, see if there's anything in Terapeak. But I may throw mine up around that price, maybe throw it up a little cheaper, maybe do $79.98, take offers, maybe sell it for $50, $60. And let this other one for 90 just sit there. That's probably where I'll go. I'll do a little more research to kind of find out if there is a sold history on it. If there's not, then that's probably where I'll go with that one. The one, the Perry. There was a new one that sold in flight, and it sold for like $18, $19 plus ship or free delivery of this copy. There was not one that sold of this version that has the cover art, which is the one I have. So again, there's one here listed for 14 free delivery, so basically essentially $9, $10. And then the other one again is from this drop shipper for $48.75. I'll be somewhere in between. I'm not going to give it away since mine is the only other one besides this one. I'll probably be $14.98 plus ship, and maybe try and sell it for $11, $12. Be comparable to this one. See where it goes. Again, $1 into these basically. The Les Claypool Frog Brigade we already talked about. Moving on to this one. Tuatara, breaking news. Only sold one I found, $4. I'll probably throw mine up for $4.98, $5.98, take offers, and hopefully sell around that price. I did not check solds. Let me pull it up real quick on this. I've sold this before. It's not worth a whole lot. Was familiar with it though. Actually, I did check the solds. The solds is only a combo, a couple of lot listings that this was in. So let me take that off and go back to it. I'll share my screen. Dynamite Monster Boogie Concert. Raging Slab is the group. It's essentially $4 or $5, $3, $4.50, $4.99, $5. Essentially $5 there, $5.76. Probably throw right in between $4 or $5. Should sell fairly quickly. This is the one that's this is the last one I'm going to show you. I'm actually going to show two different tabs on this. So first we're going to show you here Circus Diablo. Billy Morrison, I guess Matt Sorum was in this also. I didn't realize Billy Morrison was in this. And I vaguely remembered Brett Scallions, which is was the lead singer of Fuel. I don't think he is anymore. As part of some of the band members. And I had to double check and Google it to make sure I was correct, remembering Brett Scallions, and I was. I believe I have this in my personal collection, but this is pretty rare even as a used. Mine's new. So we're looking at $16.95 free ship, $22.65, $20 like new, $65.99 like new. Mine's new. Sold, there's one sold. I think it sold, I don't remember what it sold for. So I went and checked Terapeak. There are none that are new sold in the last 3 years. It essentially means the market's mine for whatever I want to throw it at. Now, if I take off the new, it's then going to pull a handful of solds, which range anywhere from $5 to $25, which is a decent range also. I mean, I'm not gonna knock that. The Japanese one that sold for quite a bit. Excellent condition. Does not say it's new. That's $25 free ship. I might throw mine up for $40 or $50, probably $49.98 plus ship. See what happens. I'll do a little more research on this, but this one's a pretty rare one if you come across it. New or used, it's worth a little bit if you can get cheap enough. Especially based on the current market, it probably would sell for $10, $12. But I think overall, I did really well with this. Definitely gonna try to look for some more lots that are similar to this if I can. But that's really about all I got for this. Don't want to make this video too long. I think this is a great buy. So you can actually, the common places you go to thrift, our thrift stores and Facebook Marketplace and garage sales and stuff like that. But you can also do it online. You can do it through Mercari. There's other sites, there's Shop Commons, and there's all kinds of other sites where you can go and buy in bulk. There's actually sites you can go look and just look at bulk listings and buy in bulk and then pay freight and get a huge, just a massive bin of CDs. Gaylord is what the word I'm looking for is, where there's thousands of stuff in there, but the condition can vary from, and you don't know what you're getting. This is shipping idea what you're getting. So if you buy lots on eBay, you can get an idea, do a little research before, determine if it's actually going to be a good buy or not. This is a pretty eclectic, different lot of stuff as far as variety and genres and stuff and artists. So I kind of like that kind of stuff in my store to draw more people. But I think overall I did really good. Again, I paid $1 piece for this. You can see I'm going to make a couple $100 profit at least on this, maybe more, depending on what else I find in here. But that's all I got. Questions, comments, anything, feel free to throw in the chat. If you get anything out of this, please consider subscribing to the channel. Click the like button. It also does help me out. And then click the bell for future notifications of other videos just like this. And we'll say thank you for your time. And I'll catch you in the next one. Bye, everybody.